Hello, hello, hello. Today, SST Day, and Joe R. Lansdale has arrived. I've got, uh, as you can see here, three different collections of Joe R. Lansdale stories from SST Publications. The first one being Cosmic Interruptions. These are all signed limited editions and large collections of Joe R. Lansdale stories. I mentioned SST Publications. By the way, one of my absolute favorite publishers out there. You guys do great work and produce wonderful books with some very awesome authors named Arthurs. I don't know. The next one being Blood in the Gears and Wet Juju. I just want to show you something real quick. How big that son of a gun is. That's a big book, but terrific looking collections. Terrific looking stories by one of my very favorite authors, Joe R. Lansdale. Today, one more in the mail. All the way from United Kingdom. Collection number 4 from SST and Joe R. Lansdale. And this one is called Gothic Wounds. I feel fortunate to have been able to order it before it sold out because unfortunately it has sold out. These books, some of them go very high on the secondary market. Try getting Cosmic Interruptions at an affordable price. Good luck to you. In fact, this one I missed it. I stumbled upon SST Publications after this book had already sold out. But I emailed Paul Fry at SST Publications and asked long time ago, long before these other two came out. I asked, you wouldn't happen to have any extra copies laying around that haven't sold yet, have you? And it turns out he had a PC copy. So I'll show you real quickly what that means. A PC copy, this is a nice little note, come with it. A PC copy would be a publisher's copy or something like that, but they printed 550 numbered copies, and most publishers will print, can you see that? What the heck? Can't see that. Most publishers will print some extra copies to give to people that helped out along the way, whatever, authors, whoever. Some extra copies just in case some get returned as damaged or anything like that. And from time to time, once they've sent all of the original copies out into the wild, they'll have some PC copies left. Some publishers will hang on to them for a while, just in case they get damaged in shipping or something is flawed and didn't get caught by QC, and the customers call and want a replacement or something like that. Anyway, after a while, they'll typically sell off the remaining PC copies. That's why I was able to get one. Worked out very well for me. Anyway. Book number 4 in this collection has showed up today. So without any further ado, let's take a look and see what she looks like. I'm pretty excited for this one. It was actually unexpected. I got an email, I think it might have been just, I don't know, a few days ago. It seems like it was just a few days ago. Might have been a week ago, might have been more, I don't recall. But the book came a lot quicker than I expected it to. Like I said, it's from the UK, United Kingdom, and I'm in the US, far, far away in the Sunshine State here in Central Florida. But it's in. And like always, when I order books from SST, I get lots of goodies. These white cheese, cheddar cheese puffs don't taste very good. I don't think they have fresh stuff over there or something. But if you could upgrade to fresher snacks, I'd be happy. It's not food, don't eat the stuff. It could be, heck, I don't know. Something that I've come to know and love, and a lot of folks have as well, when you buy a book from SST Publications, you get a nice little touch. And if you can read, you read it, but I'll read it to you. Hi, Tim. Thanks so much for your Gothic Wounds order, which is enclosed. Enjoy. Take care, Paul. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. I save these. Most of the buyers do. You look in my books, you'll find a little note in each one of them. invoice that says I got a loyalty discount, £5, 99, whatever, 5.99 pounds. Coupons. Take advantage of coupons, faux show. I like coupons. Coupons. All right, and to the meat of the matter, this is what I came for. This is what I bought. A nice, so well packaged, great big box, full of that packing stuff, finally wrapped in a bubbled envelope, and then the nice touch that, again, bookmark. I'm using one of these right now to read Horror Store by Grady Hendrix over there, which is another book that was published in a signed limited edition from SST. So far, great book. I think I'm 130 pages in, 130-ish pages in, and I like the story an awful lot. Check it out. But on to the matter at hand. Gift wrap in tissue paper. It looks, makes me feel guilty about tearing into it. Anyway, a lot of nice touches from SST, and then the final coup de grace, a very nice book. So let's take a look right away at our Dust Jacket Gothic Wounds by Joe R. Lansdale. Looks great. It's gonna look great on my shelf, like they all do. I got them out for display. Looks good. These are all wrapped in Mylar. So will this one here in just a few minutes. I'm running low. I need to place a new order or stop buying books. Which one do you think is gonna happen first? So there's our dust jacket. I showed it to you. Let me take this thing off and you can see what fine quality we have underneath. There we go. There's my book underneath. And the spine. Very nice. Another one of these publishers that makes me occasionally consider buying two. Buying two so I can display one with the jacket and display one without the jacket. But that's expensive. Buying books is expensive enough. Buying two, come on, man. Don't make sense, but neither do I. And I believe the last couple that I've ordered came number 401. I told you that Cosmic Interruptions was a PC copy. I believe all the other copies that I have of these Joe Lansdale short story collections are number 401. And this one here signed by Joe R. Lansdale, number 401 of 550 copies, as well as the artists Vincent Chung and Ben Baldwin. So real quickly, I'm gonna find our table of contents because I said this is a collection of stories, short, long, all things in between. Let's show you what is included here in the top. See if there's anything you recognize in there. I'm not going to read them all out to you, but I did show you what's involved. The introduction's on page 9, series introduction by Joe R. Lansdale. This is part of a 4-book series. The stories have been gathered and grouped into sections as much as it is possible to find boxes to fit them into. I'm not crazy about boxes, and in some cases one might argue that a story of mine that has been labeled science fiction is actually fantasy or horror or weird crime or western or all of these at once, or none of these, or best yet, just a good story. Sounds like Joe to me. Hard to fit in a box, really hard to describe, but easy to read. Again, if you ever get around to seeing Joe R. Lansdale interviews, he's a fun guy to just listen to talk. He can sure spin a yarn. He can sure tell a story, entertain. And I'm just going to look through here and look for some of the artwork that's included. I might miss some, but I'm going to let my fingers do the walking and see what I can find so I can show you what's included. I can't say enough times how good and how nice these books are from SST Publications. Not only do you get great stories from great authors and great books, but you get a well-made book. Sewn bindings, all sorts of goods. I'm trying to look for the any images I can find I don't want to pass them up. I'd like to make a good showing of it here. Trying to represent this book in a way in which it deserves. Just some of the artwork that's included. Again, I might be missing some. Can't guarantee that I'm getting it all, but I'm trying like that, man. I'm trying anyway. Looking good, man. I'm glad to have this one here. Glad to have it in the house, getting ready to go on the shelf. Got a little bit more work to do before I can tuck it in where it belongs. I guess I get the impression that this might be the last of the series, but I might be wrong. There may be more. That's an awful lot. These are thick, heavy, fat books. I know Joe Lansdale has done a lot of writing. He's done a lot of short stories. But come on, how much can the guy have actually written? 4 massively fat books, just full of the short stuff. On top of novels. My collection, I got 4 shelves right here, is all Joe Lansdale. I got some other author hiding behind this stuff here. I'm also a McCammon fan. But I got a lot of stuff by Joe Lansdale. A lot of limited edition stuff, which makes him a fun author to collect. If you like good books, good stories, good writing, as well as nice collectible editions of that work, Joe Lansdale's a great one to collect. By the way, there is a Joe Lansdale shop. I'll put the link in the description of this video. If you've ever read The Drive-In, you'll know what I'm talking about. You can buy shirts, you can buy all kinds of stuff on his shop. Again, I'll put the link in the description just in case you're so inclined to go shopping. Coming to the end, just looking at some of the artwork here. I might be just about there. Speaking of Joe Lansdale, if anybody ever asked me, what do you recommend I read first? He's written some phenomenal books. You really can't go wrong. People ask about the bindings on these books. If you can see that, there you go. That's what it looks like. Smith sewn, whatever. I don't know what it means, but sewn together. If you were to ask me, I want to try out Joe Lansdale. I've never read anything. What do you recommend? I would tell you, first, read the bottoms. And the reason I would tell you that is because it's the book that he's written that's probably received the most acclaim from the most people. It's a book that'll probably be loved by practically anybody that reads it. Or some Lansdale stuff might not be for everybody, might not be for the masses. Books like The Drive-In. Most Joe Lansdale fans, it seems like, most Joe Lansdale true fans read The Drive-In first and they fell in love with the author. But I venture to guess if you took 100% of the people on earth and you had them read all of Joe Lansdale books, you'd probably have the highest percentage of those folks would say, I really loved the bottom. So I would recommend that first. Take that book, read it. It's a very, very good book. But it's not a true representation, I would say, of what you might expect in other Joe Lansdale books. Probably his most famous stuff might be the Hap and Leonard novels, because it spawned a TV show that spanned 3 seasons. Very good TV show. I wish it was still on. I wish it would have kept going. I wish they had a couple more seasons. But the Hap and Leonard series, there's quite a few books in that series. And they are also very, very good. Joe Lansdale will typically say, when you watch his interviews or read his interviews, he'll typically recommend, or he'll typically say his favorite book that he's written is Paradise Sky. That's another one I would probably say, after you read the bottoms, read Paradise Sky. It's different than the bottoms, and it is extremely good. Nat Love is a terrific character, and the book incorporates probably a little bit more of Lansdale's humor and Lansdale's sense of humor. It also is set in the West, and it has a lot of the cowboy action and a lot of the soldiering action that I love. But again, I would say read the bottoms, read Paradise Sky, and then from there, close your eyes, reach out and grab something that says Joe Lansdale and read it. It's gonna be good. I can't think of any more lies to tell. So that said, c'est la vie, baby.